Hello, my name is Thomas. Thank you very much for clicking on this video, and I wanted to record this video specifically to say thank you to those who've recently subscribed to my YouTube channel. This is a hobby channel, and every like, every comment is very much appreciated. I enjoy making them. I'm very glad that at least some of you enjoy watching them, and for those who subscribe, for me that's always just a vote of confidence to say what you did there, I'd like to see a little bit more. So I always see it as a vote of confidence, not just that these videos were good, but that you'd like to see some more videos in the future. So I really appreciate that. I'm recording this at a time when there won't be many videos. There's been a bit of a pause in production, and this pause will probably continue for a little bit. If you follow me on social media, you'll know the reason why. My mother passed away on March the 1st, so of course all these things stopped as I focused entirely on family matters. Of course, that will still direct a great deal of my attention as we worked through the family home. I found a number of interesting things that shed light on my mother's childhood, which I do find very interesting. She was a post-war child, and studying the war in the 50s and so on very much gave me a perspective on my mother's childhood. As we searched through the house, we found, for example, these letters that were written by her uncle, who was in the front line of the Sicily campaign in 1943, a campaign from which he would not return. My mother's father was on a motor torpedo boat. He was at D-Day as a skipper of one of the landing crafts, and then on a tank, and many members of her family were involved. And I've just found, boxes of photos, letters and so on that shed new light on that. So the next project will most likely be a look into my mother's upbringing as a tribute to her, but also as something that I think many people would find very interesting. And again, as I say, there's been a bit of a hiatus. That hiatus will continue, so especially for those who've recently subscribed, you're wondering what's coming up. Well, perhaps another thing you can guess is coming up is that after I talked about my favourite Sean Connery Bond film and Roger Moore and so on, well, naturally I will touch on the latest incarnation, Daniel Craig. I'll be choosing my favourite Daniel Craig film. I'll be talking about it in a relatively short video. I spent a long time in it, as the Duke of Wellington once said. Apologies for the length of this letter. I didn't have the time to make it shorter. In this case, I spent a lot of time just working out how to make it shorter and shorter. There's a lot of content out there already on Daniel Craig's tenure. I'll have my own unique take, but more of a haiku, I think. That's what I'm thinking before I've recorded it. And one more thing, I have a video coming up on a British writer I very much enjoy. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I often enjoy reading the Turkish versions of British stories, and indeed speaking a second language gives me an access to a whole new literature. I like reading, for example, Ayşe Kulin. However, on this occasion I started reading an English work translated into Turkish, which makes me stop, think about it, look into it a little bit more, and a bit slower in Turkish. Of course, it is my second language, but nonetheless I've really been enjoying discovering some of his writing anew. So that's three things coming up: a look at the 1950s, and particularly my mother's childhood, a look at James Bond 007 and his latest incarnation, and a look at a well-known British writer. So three videos that are coming up, not soon, but they are coming up. So in the meantime, I just wanted to say thank you very much for clicking subscribe if you've done so, because I say, for me that just means a vote of confidence that something good is coming up. So I hope that you will enjoy these videos when they come. Thank you.